Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Demoy. Welcome to the channel. This is the visual component to The Search Continues. You know, if you want to check out the writing and or audio, if you're into audio, go check out the blog. The info's down below. So the story begins when I leave high school, I'm going into college. Now, I'm from New Jersey, so before actually getting settled into my 4-year degree, I took my time and, visited a lot of schools, did a lot of freelance gigs, did a lot of fun things on the way. One of the projects that I worked on outside of those skits, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, was a skit in a courthouse about colorism.
And I was a young black male. Okay, that's enough. You're done. What? Next case.
And that was interesting. Shortly after that, I teamed up with one of my favorite educators and mentors who helped me get my first publication in a national magazine. Shout out to Ferroni. I had the amazing opportunity to work with notable Jersey artists, Lamar from Role Models, DJ Cali Cal, Fat Boy SSC, DJ Bake, my guy DJ Lil Taj, DJ Lil Man. Those were the guys who really supported me on early in my career. So rolling right on into my first semester of college, I enrolled at Bloomfield College for the CAT program, which was Creative Arts and Technology. And it was a great program, great educators, great people. But I quickly realized that maybe I should have went to college or something else. I quickly outgrew the program, and it came to a point where I needed to transfer ASAP. But before doing that, I decided to look around, form new friendships in the area, collaborate, and just seek out more internship-worthy programs that were headed in my direction. What I found next was very interesting. I found out that a collective that I've been a fan of since high school was running their first or second internship program in the Newark, New Jersey area, and so I reached out. If I remember correctly, I reached out to Denity first and Nimi Hendrix, and they were like, come on, come through, we'll have you intern with us and we'll show you the ropes. I learned a lot from the internship. That was about 2015. I learned a lot about the filmmaking process, just how to deal with people and just how to be clutch, how to be a real guerrilla to professional, because I was the real run and gun when I first started. You don't want to know. I've been working with the collective since then, and the community has grown so wide. Every year there's a new internship program available, so if you want to find out more, just check out the info down below. Shortly after, I actually decided to take the risk and try to transfer.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless.
I remember the day that I got my invitation to audition for Mesa Grove School of Arts at Rutgers University, the state school. Once the day arrived, I got there. It was like a kind of review situation where every department would come in and judge to see where you fit in, if you could fit in. At the time, there weren't really any transfers accepted into their programs. I don't know why. This was just, I guess, a thing. They didn't accept transfers. I was like one of those first people. I'm usually the first of many things. I had a monitor, and I had some things like photography that I had done, some more interesting placements, collages, and just visual things that I've done, sketches on the wall. And I'm like, okay, I have to have my best stuff up here. Culmination of many things that I've done on my own, things that I've done in my internship, documentaries, everything. I laid it all out. I felt like this was my moment to finally become a filmmaker and get into the filmmaking program. So the filmmaking department walks in and they're like, we'll pass. I was devastated. So I'm packing up, taking the things down off the wall, and one of the heads of the visual arts department walks over to me and she's like, hey, we would really like to have you in the visual arts department. And I'm like, really? Win's a win, I guess. So I get in, and from there on, I felt like I had a new roadmap, a new set of goals to achieve, something to work towards, to say hey, you did that. You walked up out of your old school, you got into a new school, and now you're gonna do the thing. Become an artist. So I go home, I tell my parents, they're ecstatic. I felt like I had a little bit more pressure on me. First generation American, Jamaican family just came here, and I'm the only one to do it, first one to do it, so I gotta get it done. So right before starting my new semester in my new artsy school program, I decide, hey, let's live a little. I'm gonna take this trip to LA with my collective. So it's 2016, we're going to LA, I get off the plane, it's like a movie, I throw my bags in the convertible, hop in, I didn't even use the door, I hopped in, we're driving, rolling down the street, you feel me? So the first thing that we do when we get to LA is decide that we're gonna do our photographs early. We wanna enjoy the rest of the trip. Drive out to the desert, we're in traffic, and we're bumping in the car heavy. I turn to my homie Jabril, who's on the aux, and I'm like, yo, what's this? And then he's like, yo, this is, Crenshaw by Nipsey Hussle. And I'm like, yo, this is the guy, this is the guy that sold the album for the price point. Everyone's talking about him. At that time, I wasn't familiar with Nipsey Hussle. He's the one who put me on. So it's a moment, like we're all in LA traffic, this car is on fire, and like this amazing artist is just influencing like the vibe of the whole, setting the tone for the whole trip. So of course we get out to the desert, do some really cool shots, it's a little dirty out there, so we cut it quick, got back to the crib and enjoyed the rest of the day. So I head home, finishing out the summer and getting ready for the semester to start when I get a call from DJ Cali Cal. He's like, yo, I got a party, big party, and Nipsey Hussle is gonna be there performing. And I was like, really? I put on to this guy and I'm down. So I show up, I do my job, and I actually got a moment to talk to Nipsey. I snapped a few photos of him and showed it to him. Now, Nipsey is an honest dude, like real guy. So he looks at him and he goes, they alright. You keep working and you get better. And when he said that, I didn't take it too personally. I actually agreed with him. I did need to practice more. And I felt like if it was coming from an artist that was already this like great, then I should take some advice. And moving on from that, I was kind of in tune with his message. And just like every time he put out music, I was listening to it. I'm a rap fan, Respect to the late Nipsey Hussle, man. His music continues to change lives and inspire people. I feel like the Marathon album was great, but it was more than an album. It was more like an analogy for just the journey. It's long and it's wide, and we all have our individual lanes. And you can see that the inspiration for The Search Continues from that. So that about wraps it up for the first episode of The Search Continues. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Check out the blog. The writing is more detailed. And if you're not into writing or video, check out the audio. We got the podcast. Definitely leave a like and subscribe. Maybe even a comment if you want. We're back here next week with a second episode. We're going to continue the story. We're going to continue the journey with me. Again, check out the blog. We got text if you're a reader, video if you're a watcher, and audio if you're a listener. I'm working on, accessibility here. We got some for everybody. But until next time, guys.